My name is Crystal. I'm here from Crystal Clear ESL with teacher Michelle today. Hi, Michelle. How are you?
Hi, Crystal. I'm fine. Thanks. And you?
I'm really well, thank you. Thank you for joining me today on this website walkthrough. The purpose of this video is to give new and potential Crystal Clear ESL teachers a backstage look at using the platform for teaching the lessons to their students online. Cool. All right. So when you first land on Crystal Clear ESL, you will be on this page. And the first thing you might do is scroll down to have a look at some of the info. These rainbow icons will lead you to some free sample lessons, which are indicative of each level. They are teachable to your students with or without a membership. You'll also find a few outlines of some of the bundles that I offer, as well as the subscription buttons. If you click any of these buttons, including the red subscribe button on the navigation panel, it'll bring you to the payment options to choose from. And then in order to enter payment details, you just click a logo. It's as easy as that. The first thing you'll do is click the little person icon, which brings you to the dashboard login here. Enter your email address and the password that you chose, and click OK to enter the dashboard. On the left-hand side, you'll see all the controls for making any changes that you need to your Crystal Clear Teachers membership account. And you will again see these course icons, which populate for any course for which you're enrolled or subscribed. Only the first three show up here. So you'll have to click View All My Courses down here in order to see everything you're subscribed in. Clicking on any of these icons will bring you to the lesson library, but if you are logged in to Crystal Clear ESL, you can also click through the Materials tab on the navigation bar up here. Let's start by looking at Level 1 course. Level 1 has recently been completed. It's a purpose-built phonics course, which includes lots of free downloads, so help yourself to those. They supplement the course. And this course operates in units of 6 lessons. So the first 4 lessons are content, new information, inclusive of games, exercises, songs, and activities for your student. And then lesson 5 is a review. So it's a compilation of all the things they've learned in the previous 4 lessons. Lesson 6 is the same lesson, but it's attached to an assessment. So it's up to you as to whether or not you teach the review and the assessment, or maybe you'll opt out for one of those. These lessons are really easy to use. They're on a great interactive platform that is really user-friendly. The audio is built in. So when you use Zoom to teach these, what you'll do is create a free Zoom account, schedule a meeting, give the link to your student to join you. Then you'll access your Crystal Clear ESL library and select the appropriate lesson like I have now. This one is Level 1, Unit 1, Lesson 4. Then when it's the time for the meeting, you start your meeting, you log into your library, you use the buttons, the 3 dots here and the full screen button to open it on full screen. Then from Zoom, you share your screen with your student. For Level 1 in particular, you will also have to enable computer audio so that when you play an audio clip on this lesson, your student can also hear it. That's an important one. And then off you go. Your student can use the Zoom controls to draw, type, highlight on the slides, or there are built-in controls here for drawing. And when your student accesses these lessons using a PC or Mac, they will also be able to drag and grab items on the screen, as well as click by use of the give control function. So you enable cursor sharing in your Zoom web portal And then you can click a button on the annotation bar to give control of your mouse to the student. This is highly sensitive and it will bounce back and forth depending on who touches the mouse. So when you want your student to have a go, make sure that you keep your hands off so that you don't sort of steal it back. But it's a great way to get the full functionality. Unfortunately, with Zoom, or with iPad, because there's no mouse or grab available, that option is more limited if they're using iPad. Do you have any questions at this point, Michelle?
If I'm not sure what to do on a slide, where do I go or how do I figure it out?
Right, great question. So a lot of the slides will have info that pops up if you hover over the title like this. So encourage students to use interactive features to write in the missing C, for example. Other slides, you'll see little key icons, and a key is like a teacher's notes. And again, you hover or click on that and some notes will pop up. I will say that as a teacher, I intentionally try to leave the lessons not too prescriptive, because I'm aware that we all come to the lessons with a different style, and we know our students respond to things differently, or perhaps need a greater focus on certain aspects of the lesson. So you're the boss. You know, if you want to do something different than I suggest, or more or less than I suggest, or just adapt it completely, then you know, it's your show.
So it's great, and it's open for interpretation and to make it personal.
Exactly. That's the whole idea, to make it personal. It is about adapting to your students. So it's not set in stone. And that's why I say feel free as well to go ahead and skip lessons or skip slides. There's nobody breathing over your shoulder as a freelancer, like some of us might have been used to. Let's have a look at assessments in level 4. From level 2 and up, each unit actually has 8 lessons. So you've got 6 lessons worth of content, 1 review lesson, and 1 assessment lesson. I screen share initially using Zoom. I'll be sure to select a certain area or a certain page so that when I'm toggling back and forth between 2 tabs as the teacher, my students' focus stays on the slides. It doesn't toggle with me. So that's just something to play around with. The other thing to note is that currently levels 2 to 4 are static. They were planned before I had access to this great interactive platform that level 1 is built on, and they eventually will be upgraded over, but for the moment they're static, which means that they obtain their interactive functionality through the Zoom annotations bar. In terms of opening them on full screen, it's similar to level 1. You click the full screen button, but you will see with these, you still have your browser navigation bar at the top and your PC icon panel at the bottom, which if you're happy to leave it there, that's totally fine. But I do have sort of a cheat for how to get rid of those. Are you working on PC or Mac, Michelle?
I am working on PC.
Okay, so for PC, it's really easy. All you have to do is hit F11, and that will bounce your browser into full screen mode. For some, I work on a Dell, it's function F11. I'll show you now. There, see how it just fills the screen, looks really professional, and you can teach with the whole screen, you know, showing. If other teachers are working on Mac, then they will need to press Command, Control, F. So if you're a Mac user, please go ahead and try out full screen mode of these static lessons by using Command, Control, F. This is the assessment feature for lessons 8 or 6 in level 1. You can see it's opened in a separate tab, so I can toggle back and forth. You start quiz here, and you'll notice that the images on the quiz align to the images in your slideshow. So you'll always know which page corresponds with which. you will be teaching the slideshow, because this is the one that opens full screen and will look really professional. And then you're marking on the quiz tab. So you can go ahead and click the correct answers here. Next question, next question. And at the end, you're left with a really concise chart of each question and where your student, gained full marks or didn't, and also a percentage that they achieved. So what I do when I teach the material to my own private students is I will screen grab that chart and send it off with my feedback to parents. I find it's a really succinct way to share strengths and weaknesses with parents and to draw those into the feedback and suggestions for improvement. So that's all really done for you to make your life easier. Any questions about assessments, Michelle?
So if I perhaps I do this and then they get something wrong or my lesson gets cut off, will I be able to go back and redo it?
Absolutely. You can do it as many times as you like. It's really quick. So even if you lost a few pages, it doesn't take much time to just click through, submit the answers, and get the new score. Whether you do it during the lesson or just after, it also, you get sort of a feeling for it. So once you've done one assessment, they sort of function the same way. So yeah, it's a really quick and easy way to do it. Another quick thing that I want to share with you in the materials tab is a diagnostic tool that I've created to help you assess where your student fits on the Crystal Clear ESL curriculum. So you'll find this under the free lessons icon, level diagnostic for general curriculum. Now you can use this as a checklist for yourself, a quick way to go through their ability after you've met with them the first time or based on the parents' information. Or what I do is I actually teach this as a part of my trial lesson with a new student. What you want to do as a teacher is be sure that your student is confident with each response. So it's not enough to just drag and, have a guess or play around with it. You need to know that they've done it accurately and that they have a full understanding, such as requiring the response in a full sentence. So you can see the scoring criteria is here. I'm just going to enlarge it slightly. It's really easy to follow. As I said, if the student shows confidence on 3 to 5 of the slides, then start them at level 2, unit 1, lesson 1. If they blast through that and they show confidence on, let's say, 14 out of the 19 slides, then you'll more likely start them around level 4, unit 1, lesson 1. So super simple to use and fun for the student, and a kind of a good trial run for the parents too, although you probably want to indicate at this point that if you're starting in level 2 and above, the lessons will not be on that interactive platform. Most parents don't care as long as you're getting a good lesson overall. I will say too that all of the material works over any virtual platform that allows for screen sharing. The lessons cannot be downloaded, although eventually there will be supplementary material which can. But the reason for that is obviously to protect copyright, but also because this interactive platform that I'm using and hoping to use more in future just won't translate to a PDF download. You'll lose all the animations, you'll lose the ability to drag and drop and so forth. So it's best to sort of make a start and get used to using them over screen share, so that you have that knowledge and compatibility later on. So Classin, Nucleus, whatever, Skype, whatever you're using to teach on, you just would find the best screen share option and go from there. There are 3 main purposes for this resources tab. The first one is to provide industry-specific articles. So just snippets that I've written that pertain to the ESL field. Things like the recent changes in China were noted there. And you can read up on issues that are important to our world. There's also some teaching tips and business tips provided, which actually link to a group that I'll mention in a little while. So if I forget, please ask me. And the third thing are supplemental resources for the lesson material. For example, levels 1 and 2 have integral unit songs. which is great. They're a great learning tool. But maybe you are not a proficient singer, or maybe you just need help understanding the tune that I had in mind when I'm writing them. You can find audio versions of all the songs within the resources tab. I'll show you now. You can either use the search bar that you see at the top here, or you can just scroll and check out each page so that you don't miss anything. This one is for the level 1 phonics songs. You can see that there's a slideshow here with each page available and the audio clip as well. You can even copy and paste the ULR to share with parents so that they can practice with their children at home. Will parents be able to open the link? Yes, they should. There is no block or ban against the Crystal Clear ESL site in China at the moment. It's not to say that the government isn't actively trying to crack down, but so far so good. And if that ever did happen, we would just recreate a site under a different ULR and overcome it.
Okay, thank you very much. I also just wanted to know if I'm starting out on freelancing and teaching online, it might be a bit different from what I'm used to. Are there any tips that I could follow from you, or is there a course that I could do to
Great question.
help me do better?
Yes. So again, under the materials tab, you will find a ESL teaching course. And this, it's called How to Teach English Online. It's absolutely free. And it includes over 40 video lessons that go over everything from how to write an effective ESL teaching resume, to what lighting you need, to what is a teacher marketplace. And then there are 11 videos also pertaining to freelancing. So more information about how to get your business started, what's the important first steps to focus on, and what don't you need to do. So I would encourage everyone to join that course. There's no obligation. It's not sequential in that you have to finish one to carry on to the next. So you can really pick and choose which of the lessons pertain to your needs. So please feel free to register for the How to Teach English Online course. Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Just to say, Michelle, all of the Crystal Clear ESL lessons are created in consultation with the teachers that use them. I'm not claiming to be 100% perfect, and I feel like one pair of eyes often isn't enough to catch every typo or small mistake. So I very much welcome any feedback if you notice anything, but also, and probably more importantly, I love your suggestions. So if there's something that you want to see produced sooner or in it added to what's currently available, I am open to your ideas. I'm here to serve you guys and make the journey into freelancing easier for teachers like me. So please get in touch via email. And I have some other resources you can take part in too, such as there is a Crystal Clear ESL Teachers Community Facebook group, which is a support to anybody using or considering using this material in their lessons. Great place to share tips, to talk about what platforms people are using, to consult with me about questions and so forth. So I'll include links to that below, as well as a ESL EAL freelance masterclass Facebook group, which is more general. It's not specific necessarily to this website, but it does help with all the business side of things. So how to find students, what's the best scheduling app, and so forth. So also a great one to look for below. You will notice this is hosted on YouTube. I do keep a YouTube channel, so please subscribe, like, and share that so that you receive updates on more training videos and information like this. It was really great hosting you for this website walkthrough today, Michelle, and same to all of you. If you're joining me here, thank you so much. I hope that it has served to explain a lot of the features and guide you in your journey to finding the right curriculum for your freelance teaching career. Please reach out, get in touch, like, share, subscribe, and I look forward to hearing from all of you very soon. Take care. Happy teaching.